Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nopadet Kanasud, the Chief Financial Officer. I'm together with Kun Solaya Nasongkra, the First Senior Vice President, Head of Investor Relations. We are thoroughly delighted to have you all in the presentation of B.GRIMM Power Public Company Limited for an update and also providing information sharing that will be for your interest. So before we actually go into details, allow me to walk you through the backgrounds and the profiles of the company for your better understanding. So there are four key figures that we would like to highlight to you. The first one is the largest in terms of the SPP in Thailand. So we are one of the leaders in the gas-fired industrial power plants in terms of the number of the projects and also in terms of number of equity megawatts. Second figure is the year of our experience in this field. So we have been very extensively working in this space for over 24 years. So with our experienced management team that has been developing in-house with the capabilities and experience with all the good track records in this power development. And that brings up the successful developments over 3.7 gigawatts in the pipeline. So we already have in operation of 3 gigawatts, and also we have been diversifying in a number of fields towards the target of 3.7 gigawatts. And the key of development from in-house capabilities that also interpret in terms of the financial figures. So we have achieved one of the highest EBITDA margin in the market, which is the third quarter of achieving more than 30% in terms of the efficiency, highly efficient in terms of operating the power plants. So this four figures has been showing, and that resulting towards the project that has been in operation and also the project in pipelines. So we have altogether 3.7 gigawatts in terms of a total capacity, and out of that 2.6 gigawatts was a gas-fired industrial power plants located in all the strategic industrial estates in the region of Central and also Eastern Economic Corridor. So such as Amata cities, Chonburi, Rayong, Mataput, Lam Chapang, and all the strategic areas that have the abundant demand of the industrial electricity and steam needed. So that's accountable for 71%. And we actually also have added another growing portfolio of renewable mix of around 1 gigawatt, which is accountable for 28.5%. And out of that, 85% was contributed from the solar farm, and that around 876 megawatt, both in Thailand and also in overseas, which mainly in Vietnam, which we have successfully developed and operating the largest in ASEAN solar farm of around two sites of around 700 megawatts. And also we have developed further in terms of the other type of renewables, such as hydro projects in Laos, wind farm that has under development at the moment of another 60 megawatts, and also waste to energy that has already been in operation for 5 megawatts. So we have, just to reiterate, that we have developed by our in-house capabilities under the greenfield development and expanding towards our M&A opportunities that we actually have shown successfully done in the past. And the future to come, we also have seen much more in terms of the grid management. So we have experience in the transmission line distribution network in terms of the managing the load profiles within the industrial parks, both in Vietnam and also in Cambodia. And another portfolio that we have been growing quite rapidly, which is the solar rooftops and also solar floatings. So we have accumulative megawatts up to 100 megawatts so far in terms of the number of projects that has been installed and also the opportunity to come. So that's shown in terms of their future growth pipeline, both in Thailand and also in overseas. Next is on the next slide, which actually will be the strategic location on the left-hand side that we have been located our industrial power plants. So we have a number of the reliable and power supply and steam supplies to our industrial customers within the industrial parks. So and both in Thailand and also in overseas, which is in Vietnam and Cambodia. And on the right-hand side, we're actually showing in terms of the key clients, for instance, Mitsubishi Rubber, Bridgestones, and Michelin and so on. So this is all the world-class companies that have renowned and has been with us since the first day, very beginning of our operation, and still enjoy and work living in harmony with us in terms of the our key customers. And besides, we also have expanding towards the renewable portfolios all over Thailand and also neighboring countries. So you have seen in the slides that we actually have a number of strategic locations that have optimal sun radiation and also optimal wind speeds in the region, or the number of projects that has the optimal water flows, which mainly in the Laos, and then also in Vietnam, that also has shown the projects that have one of the best location, which is on the southern part of Vietnam, that have one of the best solar radiation as well. That's some of the key the background. So next is on the highlight for the third quarter of this year. So there are four domains that we would like to emphasize to you. So first, it has been a very pleasant and delighted to say that we have made the new record high in terms of both earnings and also EBITDA margin. So in terms of the earning normalized net profits to the owner has come out to be 745 million baht, which is the new high, as well as the EBITDA margin of more than 30%. So that's also proven in terms of how we can cope with the COVID-19 pandemic and can overcome any issues, any turbulence in the past, and including this time around. Also, we have very glad to say that the recovery of industrial customers' volume also has been jumped up, similar to V shape in terms of the quarter on quarter. So it has been recovered by 28%, and also we are not only focusing on the top lines alone. We also try to find any opportunity to enhance the cost saving. So one of I think the key highlights that we have been collaborative with Siemens to upgrade our gas turbine. So we have done 4 projects altogether during the August to October 2020. So that has been completed, and also that will also enhance in terms of the cost saving to the gas for our 50 to 70 million baht per annum. And besides, we also be very prudent in terms of our cash positionings. So we have been manage our liquidity in terms of maintaining the sufficient cash up to 20 billion baht to prepare for any worst case to come. On the top right-hand corner, the operational outlook, we in terms of the upcoming quarters, we target to see that the number of and the volume of customers has returned towards the normal pre-COVID. So in September and in October. And also we not only waiting for our existing customer, we also hunting or getting new clients into our portfolio. So we have welcomed a new customers signing the new purchase agreement of additional 42 megawatts, which will be coming online in 2021 next year. And also we have seen the benefits of the gas price declines. So we see the SPP gas price will be forecasting downward that have been given from the PTT forecast. So by fourth quarter of this year, we have seen the trend at 18% year on year downward, and also 7% quarter on quarter downward as well. And next year, we also expecting to see a downward trend of another 9% year on year, which will be resulting to around 223 baht per MMBTU. That will be a benefit toward the higher margin in terms of the FT price, the tariff versus the gas price declining. In terms of 12-month forward-looking, the target, we will welcome a new power plants to be scheduling commissioning of 39 megawatts, which is a solar farm in Cambodia. So that's targeting to commissioning by end of 2020. So will be realized full year of next year. Plus another 60 megawatts of wind farm project in Thailand with the adder schemes, quite a high margin and good, very decent return on investment by first quarter next year. Plus, we also have a number of opportunities of around 3.5 gigawatts in a pipeline that would be able to be visible in terms of the committed projects to our portfolios. So both greenfield and also M&A opportunities, which will raise up our portfolios towards another target, the new target of 7.2 gigawatts. And we also have worked extremely hard to imported LNG to be ready in terms of serving our existing portfolios of the SPP power plants within the 2021. So that would be even enhanced in terms of the incremental margin between the tariff and the gas price from declining of the PT gas, pool gas, plus the LNG that can enhance even more. On the last key strategic developments, so we have strategic move in many different ways. One of the key movement strategically is the partnership with the government. So we have formulated the partnership with Provincial Electricity Authority and also PEA Income, which is 100% owned by PEA, with the benefit in terms of the synergies to have the capability to develop further in terms of the independent power supplies, the opportunity to have the right of way to support our expanding customers in the located and distributed location, and also to making sure that we can make the optimal cost saving program with this partnership. Second, on the another initiative that we have been initiating the first green loan in CLMV and including Thailand for one of the largest solar farm in Vietnam, Phu Yen. That project has been certified from the Climate Bond Initiative, which is the renowned organization, and also having to incorporate together with ADB financing and also JICA financing as part of this green loan package. Another strategic move is on the new business opportunity, which is the renewable energy certificates. So we are one of the pioneers in terms of the trading of this carbon credit certificates that can generate additional revenues, and also another business line that we can actually make the trading business as part of our business, and also as a part of the solution to be provided to our customers. And lastly is on our philosophy of sustainability. So we have always been committed towards the ESG principle. So one of that is becoming the Thailand Sustainability Index listed recently for this year. So it's been our third consecutive year that we have been achieving. Plus, we also have got the highest corporate governance rating on the excellent scoring from the IODs, 5 stars. So that's the key 4 highlights. And under the roadmap for the ESG as our philosophy of doing business with compassion for the development and also harmony towards the nature and societies, or throughout the centuries, the sustainability always been our top priority. So we also have achieving many recognitions, and also has been part of our strategy. And one of the target we would like to achieve is to become the DJSI index company by 2022. So 2 years from now that we actually will pursue towards our achieving the highest index, inclusive in that. And as mentioned, we have been partnering with strategically with the government, which is Provincial Electricity Authority and PA Income, for further enhancing opportunities, having a synergy to develop independent power supplies to the distributed and decentralized areas, to the number of customers that they still need sufficient and reliable power and steam supplies, and also to co-develop an initiative business models for the future expansion, including the smart microgrid and also smart system, and also to making sure that we can have the benefits of the cost saving for the transmission lines and also other facilities. So we're expecting to have the cost saving altogether of 1 billion baht from these partnership models. Another key strategic development, which would be under the LNG, the value chains, and that we actually has becoming one of the pioneers to achieve the licenses to import and trading the LNG. So we have since we have received their cheaper license since May of this year to import 650,000 tons per year, we have also applied to be used for our existing power plants. So we're targeting to make it visible and executable by early of next year. That's our aim. And also, I think the government also working hard towards the development, the liberalization into the phase 2 of the process by setting up the special team to make this the importing and also to be using successfully as well. So that would be helping in terms of the cost saving towards our gas cost of around 2 to 3 millions, $2 to $3 per MMBTU by that. Besides our key strategic moves, this is another collaboration as mentioned earlier. So we also have benefits of our collaboration with Siemens to actually enhance the availability, efficiencies, and also moving towards digitalization. So in terms of availability, we can reduce the number of the maintenance so that we enjoy additional revenues from the operational mode. And also in terms of efficiencies, we replace with the new turbines, the new the efficient technology, so we can enhance the a number of megawatts to have additional more customers to come, and also to reduce the gas cost consumption. And digitalization is towards the more of the predictive analysis. So by then we target to implement of all 6 projects, and we expecting to have the cost saving of around 80 to 100 million bahts per annum by 2023. And this is the latest update in terms of the SPP replacement program. So 3 out of 5 is already under the extension program, and the progress is actually on track. Signing off all the EPC, the key the contractual with the PPA, the financing, and also under the construction of all 5 projects at the moment, to be able to commissioning by 2022 under the new SPP replacement program. And the growth pipeline, as mentioned, we have accumulative with the committed pipeline up to 3.6 gigawatts so far, about 3.7 gigawatts. But in the potential to come each year, we also have opportunity of both greenfield and brownfield to come each year as well, up to 7.2 gigawatts. So where it will be coming from will be in a next following slide. So in terms of the pipelines, so you see that the projects will be vary from North Asia towards Southeast Asia and towards into Thailand. So ranking from the priorities, we targeting to have Korea as opportunity that we actually can make it happen by early of next year, which is the onshore wind farm and offshore wind farm of around 100 and up to 130 to 160 megawatts. And next in line would be acquisition of gas field of 200 to 220 to 250 megawatts, which in Malaysia. So this project has been under discussion for quite some time. We are reviewing the figures and also awaiting for the last final result of the legal issues that to be resolved before we actually entering into. So that also expecting to be able to secure by early next year as well. Next in Vietnam, so we have another opportunity besides solar farm that we have successfully done towards the new opportunity in wind farm for the second round. So the wind farm projects, we actually have a number of opportunities for both onshore and offshore wind farm, a range of around 100 to 200 megawatts in total. So we expecting to review and conclude by early next year in order to finalize and commissioning by end of the year. And lastly, in Thailand, we also have another acquisition projects in terms of the SPP industrial power plants, 3 to 4 projects of a size of around 300 to 360 megawatts altogether. So this we hope to finalize by first to second quarter of next year as well. So this is in terms of the 12-month forward-looking towards next year in terms of the new opportunity. But in a medium and long-term plan, we also expecting to explore opportunity and secure additional more from IPP project in Vietnam, LNG to power projects, also the gas project in Myanmar. Also will be in talks at the moment with potential partners. And besides that, we also have worked along the way in terms of the project, including the solar floating, solar rooftops in Thailand, also in overseas, including Philippines, Oman, and other countries in the region as well. Next will be on the capital structure and financial performance, which I will turn to Kun Soraya to walk you through briefly as well.
I studied the debt profile. In Q3, we have a total of 69 billion baht debt based on consolidated level, and from this, around 71% is actually at the project level. This is can be self-serviced by the project cash flow. Only 29% is the debt at the corporate level, and from total debt, 15% is US dollar, which is matched to the portion of our US dollar linked revenue. This is based on our natural hedge strategy, and we continue to lower our average financial cost to 4.3% in this year. And next would be our net interest-bearing debt to equity ratio. In Q3, it was 1.3 times at the consolidated level, and only 0.6 times at the company level. The slight increase from last year is mainly from our acquisition and portfolio expansion. Our debt covenant, bank covenant, is actually 3 times, but our internal guideline is not to exceed 2 times. So now we are comfortable with this level. For dividend, we got a question about our dividend policy. Our policy is to pay dividend at a minimum of 40% of normalized net profit or core profit. But in the past, we pay at 45% payout ratio based on core profit. The question asks if we would keep the dividend per share at least similar to last year. In the first 9 months of this year, our core earnings increased 21% year on year. So likely that the DPS should be more than last year. And next, I would talk about Q3 performance. Start with the top line. We have new high volume sales for electricity. However, for the revenue, you may see that the revenue declined by 5% from the same period of last year. This is mainly from the decline energy payment, which is dual pass-through mechanism, which is linked to the decline gas cost. For EBITDA, actually EBITDA is growing, and EBITDA margin, we have the highest EBITDA margin at 30.4%, which is new high. The increase is mainly from our continued gas turbine upgrades, as Kun Nopay mentioned, and the increase of renewable revenue, and also the declining gas cost. And this is to show you our revenue breakdown. Approximately 75 to 80% of our revenue have no impact from COVID. This is because we have long-term PPA with state enterprise for in Thailand and overseas with minimum requirement. Only around 1/4 that we have temporary impact from COVID-19 situation, which is from IU or industrial users. So next slide, we show you the breakdown of IU volume. And we show you the trend, the recovery trend of IU volume. As you can see that it bottomed out in May and continue to recover every month. In September and October, the IU volume returned to be at the same level with last year. The sharp recovery is mainly from the domestic demand and also from some orders that shifted from the country with COVID-19 outbreaks. So we notice the strong recovery from all key sectors. And on the next slide, we show you the trend of FT chart, which is linked to our IU tariff, and the trend of the gas price, including the projection from PTT. Just to give you as a sensitivity analysis based on last year figures, for every 1 satang or 0.01 baht change in the tariff, in IU tariff, it would impact our bottom line by 18 million baht per annum. And for the gas price, every 1 baht change per MMBTU, it would impact our bottom line by 15 million baht per annum. And next, to show you the volume, the volume that we sell to EGAT increased year on year because of 2 acquisitions. And for the IU volume, as we mentioned, that it temporarily declined from COVID-19 situation. And next, for Q on Q basis, volume to EGAT slightly declined 2% Q on Q, just from the normal maintenance schedule. And for the IU volume is strong recovery. And this slide show you that we always keep high standard with high efficiency and high availability. Okay, this slide show you, just the last slide show you our new high core profit. We have the core profit to owner at 745 million baht in Q3. This increased 4% year on year. And for the 9-month basis, the core profit to owner increased 21% year on year to 2.1 billion baht. But for the bottom line, it is actually 500 million baht in Q3 for the core profit. For the net profit. This is mainly because of the unrealized FX loss, which is from our US dollar loan and payables, while the local currencies depreciate against US dollar in Q3. Okay, so let's move to Q&A.
Yes, we have many interesting questions been asking. Ranging for the first question, what is the organic growth rate for the key assets in overseas and also in Thailand for 2020 and 2021? So basically, we have targeted to have the growth rate per annum of around 4 to 5% on our projection. That would be continuously grow from organically within the customers in the industrial parks and also from our key customers opportunity towards the 2025. So it would be quite a constant growth of our organic. And in terms of the COVID-19, how's the pressure towards the B.GRIM's liquidation? So actually, we are quite inelastic, quite strong growth in terms of our revenues and also our customers. That key customer has been contracted with the government. So under the in terms of revenue breakdown, 80% the cash flow is coming from the long-term contracts with the government, both from EGAT through EVN. So that has been quite strong in terms of the cash flow generation. However, on the 20%, we have been quite well diversified in terms of the customers under the industrial customer sectors. So we have seen the positive and made some effects from the COVID-19 pandemic that has been actually seems to be fully recovered in terms of the customers' health and cash flow. So that also generate in terms of the cash flows and also the cash on hand towards the range up to 20 billion baht as of today, which is about 5 times higher than our committed OPEX and CAPEX to come. And also in terms of the working capitals, you also have prepared in advance in terms of securing the financial obligation and also the working capitals of around up to 10 billion baht. So that also be another cushion of our strong cash positioning that can ensure to cope with the unpleasant situation that has come. Another question regarding the sustainability plans in the long-term prospect. So over 140 years of our history, so B.GRIMM has always put high emphasis in terms of the governance, also in terms of the managing and handling as a local companies wherever we go, or in terms of the harmony with the community, social, and also environment of our projects that we have been developing and operating. So we have been having the checklist in terms of what are the area that we actually can making sure that we have live with the highest standard in terms of the sustainability of the project we have been investing to, such as the IFC Equator Principle Standard, the ADB, environmental social impact assessment, or any ESG principle guideline to be compliant. So we have quite ensure and certain that we have always been living towards the sustainable way of doing business under the philosophy and also the long-term investment as always been over centuries towards the future to come. And we, as mentioned, we aim towards the DJSI index as part of our target of ESG as well in the 2022. For the M&A opportunities to come going forward, we actually have a number of opportunities besides what I just mentioned from the benefits of the COVID-19. So we actually have explored and conducting due diligence of a number of new potential projects of M&As, both in Thailand and also in overseas. Again, we always looking into our comprehensive and very detailed due diligence to making sure that we live in a sustainable way, healthy and quality growth of our business. So we always looking into the risk assessment and profile and making sure that we justify with the optimal returns towards the shareholders and every stakeholders that involved in the business. So so far we have about up to 500 megawatts total opportunities in terms of M&As in the pipelines that we show you in the near terms of a few projects that can be able to make it happen. And in terms of the acquisition plans, as mentioned earlier, that for the post-COVID, there are a number of opportunities that has been coming from this COVID situation in terms of both the greenfield and also in terms of the M&A acquisition opportunities due to the lack of the liquidity from some of the potential seller, and also I think the pricing that actually has been able to meet our target thresholds that be able to explore towards the turnaround and make I think into the range of the return that we usually looking into. So for M&A, targeting of around 10 to 12% for the project and equity IRR. I think that's an ability to turn around. I think the project has been more visible from the post-COVID situation. For the I think the next question, the gas price trend in the next 3 years from now. So we actually have seen the gas price trend that has been in the near terms, coming downwards, as I did explain earlier from the PDT forecast, and we're still seeing that the gas price trend still be in a range similar to the oil price that has been quite in the lower range for a few more years to come. Anything that you want to add, please do so.
I think in Thailand, since the government opened for more player in gas, so that we see like more competition. So it's likely that the trend would be like downward trend.
Yes, that's right. I think we have the new concessions to come as well. That I think that from the Gulf of Thailand, Bongkot and Erawan reservoir, so that also have also contracted at the very low pricing contract. So I think that also may be able to lower the overall gas price to on the pool price to coming down in the medium to long term plan as well. Plus I think the environment of the LNG price will also remain in a lower range as we have seen in the past. So we're expecting to have all in all the overall gas price trends will still remain in the lower range compared to the previous years. So I guess that's the questions we have been receiving so far, and I think we have been answering all of the questions. But if you have any further requirements or any further inquiries, please feel free to reach investor relations that has been showing from the presentation on the last slide, or from the website for the better information. So and we are more happy to answer any of your questions or inquiries. So we hope that you have been enjoying our presentation and will be very helpful and useful for your kind consideration. And we are looking forward for the next digital roadshow to come and also to provide further updates and more interesting development from BGRIM Power teams and management. So I guess that's a good time for now to end the presentation. So I hope you all enjoy and have a wonderful day today. Thank you and สวัสดีครับ